Over the last 2 months, I've spent over 150 hours of my time playing the new Skate. And I thought it would be smart to make a little video talking about my experience with it because I've really only seen hate from online. I've seen a lot of hate in Instagram comments, a lot of hate in YouTube comments, and it seems mostly from people who have not even played the game because there seems to be a lot of misconceptions. I just really thought it would be smart to make a video as I do have a lot of time on this game, and while there are things about this game that I do not like, overall, I really, really enjoy it and have a good time. Now, I just want to say, the footage you will see in this video is all my gameplay, and it won't necessarily have to do with what I'm talking about in the video. At that point, it's just a compilation of some of the clips that I have compiled playing this game. Let's get into it. First things first, I really enjoy the game. I also really enjoyed Skate 3 and Skate 2. There are a lot of things I like about this new game, but there are also a lot of things I dislike. So let's start with the good. If you enjoy skating around, finding cool spots, and doing tricks, you're gonna enjoy this game. That's how, I don't know about you guys, but that's how I spent most of my time on Skate 3. While I enjoyed the story mode and going through it, and I have played through it countless times, I spent much more time just skating around, finding cool spots, just flowing and, not really super focused on what I'm doing. Maybe I have Netflix on and I have this on in the background, but that's what I've really enjoyed about Skate 3. And if that's what you like to do, you're going to enjoy this game because the new Skate is absolutely fantastic for that. I have not run out of new spots. I seem to find a new spot every time I play. I feel really great with all of the locations. Things feel smooth, things feel clean. Whether you like to do insane stuff, whether you like to do super ultra mega parks, triple backflips, crazy Christ air stuff, or you just like to skate normal, you like realistic style skating, this game has spots for both of that. While I know a lot of the videos you see online are the crazy stuff that aren't realistic, there are also realistic skaters out there. Look at someone like One Eye Brie. They're posting really cool, realistic content from this game. There are also some really cool settings that are customizable based on your playstyle. If you're a realistic skater, you can customize the settings to that. If you're not a realistic skater, you can customize the settings to that. If you don't like the camera is so customizable, it's crazy. You can have a 180-degree field of view. It's insane. There is just so much customizability, and while you might not see it in all the posts online, as most people are skating in similar ways and posting similar content, you can do a lot of different things with this game. Let's get into some of the actual gameplay and some of the mechanics. Now, the mechanics feel so much better than the previous games. Being able to jump onto a grind, do a nose grind, and rotate your stick into a backside tail slide is it feels so smooth. Being able to just rotate your stick and change your grind mid-grind. It's awesome. Going up a grind, if you're grinding upwards, you don't fall off when you hit the top anymore. You can start sliding back down. I think stuff like that is really cool, and I've been experimenting with it a lot. Not to mention, slappies that they added feel really smooth. Firecrackers are super cool, but my favorite new addition to the mechanics is controlling the speed of your board with the flick. It is so cool to see a steezy kick flip that's just such a slow flip in the air, or such a slow laser flip in the air. It looks awesome, and it's so intuitive and easy to do that I'm surprised it wasn't in some of the older games. Another one of the things that I really like is infinite flips, where you can do like an octuple kick flip or a infinite laser flip. Stuff like that is just really cool, and that's the kind of stuff that I really like about this new game. They also have daily skate parks, so every day there's 3 different parks that get updated and changed into a new park, which I find to be really cool. There is a little bit about this that I don't like, as if you find a park you really like, you can't play it again until it shows up in the rotation, which I've only seen the park that I like show up in the rotation like twice, and I check almost every single day, so that thing is really frustrating. But overall, I like the idea of custom parks that change every single day. I just wish we were able to maybe save some of them for ourselves. Maybe if you could save like 5 at a time, that would be really cool. But that's just one of the negatives about the game, which I think is a good transition into getting into some of my negatives. Talking negatives, let's go over the big one first. Story mode is practically non-existent. And yes, this sucks. It is not fun. One of the best parts about the old skates were the story modes. Progressing up in the skate world, getting more board sales. All of that stuff was really cool. and that's just a disappointment that it's not going to be in this game. I mean, you just have challenges with really, really bad voice acting and cringy voice acting. It is cool that they used some of real life skaters for the voice actors, but the dialogue they give them is horrible. I'm sure you've seen some of this stuff online. I'm sure you've seen that stuff, not to mention V, your little virtual companion who's extremely annoying, but you can turn off their voices in the settings, which is what I do immediately. I absolutely hate their voices. While the challenges are kind of fun, the character voices in it are horrible, and there's no real progression. All you do is unlock more and more challenges that are the same. There's no like end goal, like a million board sales in Skate 3, which is really disappointing. While the challenges are fun, there's no real reason to do them other than finding new spots or finding new lines. And I kind of like to do that stuff on my own, so it kind of makes no reason to do the challenges. The online only aspect, another thing that people really, really don't like about the game, and I do agree, I wish there was an offline mode. Hopefully they will add that in the future, especially yesterday when the game did come out. Servers were a nightmare, people couldn't invite their friends. I really have had almost no issues with the online stuff other than the day the game released, but I can see in the future that becoming more of a problem, or if I want to play the game without Wi-Fi, I just can't. So I'm really, really hoping they add an offline mode. It sucks that there is online only, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. There's no lag. It feels fine. Most of the time, you don't even notice it. My other biggest bone to pick in the game with the game, which I cannot tell you guys how much I hate this, but the fact that you have to unlock fast travel points by playing through the crappy ass missions and listening to these cringy ass character voices is just a pain. I absolutely hate it, especially when they reset your progress, which they're not going to do going forward, which is awesome. But having to unlock all the fast travel points and then having to unlock them again is such a lame feature. Especially when some skate spots you have to climb up the side of a building for like 5 minutes to get to. Like, there is a fast travel spot when you get up there, but it's locked until you complete enough missions and level up your character enough. Now that stuff sucks. Those are my biggest positives and negatives. I do have more positives and more negatives, but I just wanted to keep it short to the major things. As this is my first video, I want to keep it a little shorter, more concise. But the next thing I want to get into is common misconceptions I've seen online. Whether it's in comments of people who haven't played the game, or I'm talking to people and they say something in real life and they say something, I'm like, that's not true. That's either just not in the game or that's a misconception that you've heard online. I see it all the time. So let's get into some of those. Misconception 1, there is no Hall of Meat. While yes, they do not have a game mode called Hall of Meat, they have practically the exact same thing that is just called stunt challenges. It's the exact same thing. You do, other than breaking your bones. You don't break your bones, which I know a lot of people are up in arms about, and I get that. But you do cool stunts with your body. You have to thread the needle. You have to go through a window. You have to fall for a certain amount of time. You have to have a certain amount of fall score. It's all the exact same as Hall of Meat, just without the breaking of the bones. And I get that that was a big part of Hall of Meat, but you still get every other bit of it other than breaking of the bones, which I know a lot of people are bummed about. But if they want to have the E for Everyone rating on the game, that might be a necessity, as they do want to have that rating on this game. And while some people might not like that, that's what they chose to do. The other biggest misconception I see is the costs of boards and gear. I've seen a lot of people saying decks cost $5. And while yes, you can pay $5 for a deck, you can also unlock them through playing the game normally. I have tons and tons of different decks and other customizable things, whether it's pants, shirts, hats, glasses, feet, or socks, shoes, all that stuff. You can unlock it all just by playing the game. You don't have to pay for anything unless there's a specific thing that you want to pay for your skater. And you know, if you want to do that, that's up to you. I spent over 150 hours in the game. I haven't spent a dime. I don't plan to. The game gives you enough customizable gear, board parts, grip tape colors, wheels, trucks, even designs on top of your grip tape. They just give you so much just through playing the game normally that you don't need to spend money on it unless there's something you really, really like. And I don't think I'm ever going to be spending money on this game on any cosmetics ever. The other biggest misconception that I'll address, and the last one I'll address, is that this game is not realistic. And while you can play this game in an unrealistic way, you can also play it extremely realistic. I personally don't skate in real life, but I have a lot of friends who do. And when I go play with them, I'm using the controller and I give it over to them. It looks like a complete different game in our styles of play. They find different spots, they do different tricks. It's just completely, we could even be skating the exact same line and it just looks like two complete different games with the tricks I'm doing versus the tricks they're doing. And it just is a big misconception because a lot of the videos you do see are those insane super ultra mega park type stunts that people comment on and they're like, this is not what we wanted. You don't see as many of the realistic skate videos blowing up. And that's just social media. The realistic stuff doesn't look as cool and doesn't get pushed out as much by the algorithms. So I just wanted to address that. Like, you can skate realistically in this game if that's what you're into. And by the way, it's a free game. If you're not into the game, you can always just not play. I really appreciate you guys watching. I think that's it. That's all I wanted to cover on this game. I mean, there's a lot more I do want to talk about, but like I said earlier, I want to keep this video shorter. This is the first ever YouTube video I have ever made, so please excuse bad mic or bad editing or just anything that looks sloppy. I appreciate that you even watched it, and please give it a like if you found it helpful. If enough people seem interested, maybe I will make more videos in the future. I want to make higher quality stuff, but this video idea really just came to me today, and I wanted to get it out around the release of the game. So I really didn't have that much time to do editing as I would have liked to and get the clips that I would have liked to. Kind of just threw this all together real quick to kind of give people some information and address some of the misconceptions I've been seeing. So yeah, give it a like and let me know if you have any disagreements with my takes. Drop them down in the comments. I would love to talk about it and potentially make another video in the future. Thanks so much. I really appreciate y'all.